Yeah, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Factorio. I hope the audio is actually correct in OBS. Ooh, let me check that. It is. Okay. We did a thing. We killed our first demolisher. This was a feat of, it was something. It was definitely something. I think the coolest part is A, it leaves behind remains which are tungsten, which I think is cool. Um, but what's weird is each segment has a health bar, so like when you hover over it, I don't know if we have one on radar anywhere. No, we don't. But like when you hover over it, it's kind of difficult to tell. But now that we've secured our little tungsten depot over here, we can have this guy going forever and ever. Well, we can have it going for a little bit. But we do need to head back to Novice. So we did, in between episodes, head back to grab some stuff. However, somehow we were one science pack short. We are like almost there. So we do need to go back, unfortunately, and get ourselves some more stuff and things, because we need cliff explosives if we really want to be able to do anything here, because A, we have lava we can't build on top of until landfill? Or I guess fill. Is it platform? I don't know what it's called, but there is a thing we can get, this right here, foundations. But notice it requires literally every science pack, or almost all the science packs, I think. Uh, yeah, it requires all but two of the science packs. So it's very expensive. So I don't plan on having it for quite a while. So the only other option is to be able to get rid of all these cliffs, which there's a nice big chunk up here, but we got to defeat this giant guy. And probably up here as well. That's actually fairly nice. This region just happened to have a lot of tungsten, which is, or actually it has, or only tungsten aside from this one down here. So that's why we had to clear this guy out. Now, just a few things. So we did set up some like very bootstrap ammo production here that is working, albeit this guy is not working. We again, we need to find something to do with all this stone, because the stone is literally going to just, I don't know. It's gonna fill up every chest we have. So we do have to figure out a solution to that. Oh, we need more low density structure. Did we not? Yeah, I thought we packed enough. I made sure to pack extra rocket supplies, because that was one shortcoming I have learned, that you can't really bring too much rocket supplies with you, just because you do need quite a few rockets to ship your material from the surface up to your ship. But like, we can produce all this stuff here, right? We were producing the rocket fuel. We can produce the blue circuits. We can produce, well, this is changed to copper, but you can produce low density structure. It's just, it's a little bit more of a pain to do it. So I'd rather just ship it all here, because I don't have to wait for it to craft. I can just have it, so to speak. So we are going to head back. So this is ready. What do you mean? Trash slot. Oh, we have something in our trash slot. We have a pistol of shame. We'll head back up to the Enterprise, and then we're going to take the Enterprise back to Novice. We're going to grab the science packs we shipped up. I think we shipped up like a stack and a half. And then we're going to bring those. Then we're going to get cliff explosives. We're going to load up on explosives. And then we're going to come back to Novice, or we're going to come back to Volcanus. And hopefully start setting up another little trap for this guy's demolisher, probably down like right here. And then our goal from there is going to be to hopefully eliminate any and all little bad guys. At least that's the plan. Oh, you know what? We no longer need to filter that out. We do want to stockpile, though, about 5,000 ammo, just so that way, A, I can just ship it down to the surface, and B, in the event we just need a bunch of ammo, we have a bunch of ammo, sort of thing. So this guy's going to do that. In the meantime, let's go ahead and get this ship on the road. We're going to head over to Novice. Cool. I do need to go and change this, because initially the way I have it set up is I thought, oh, well, I can pump into the tank. The tank will be at 30%, and 30%, the engines will only run on that. However, what I failed to realize is yes, this has 30% fuel in it, but what's happening is, notice these are at 100%. That's because this has thousands of fuel in it. So what I need to do is, I don't need 30% of the oil of the tank. I need 30% of this. So if it's consuming at 120 per second, right, and we know that it can have out of 1,000 fuel, I need it to have 300 fuel. So if I change this to 300 and then change this guy to 300, that should cause these guys, yep, to drop in their amounts, because notice now the tank doesn't have as much because, well, this might have actually been a dual thing. Oops. It should work, I think, like that. Because if we go like that, like that, like that, because then it's only ever going to pull 300 in, which should force it down, yeah, quite significantly. For these shorter runs, I'm okay with it not technically working properly. We do have ice. Power is being a problem. Okay, well, we might have to actually turn on the reactors. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's get the reactors going. So that way, yeah. We'll get the reactors going just so that way they can power up. We'll start converting a lot of this water into steam. I believe it unpacks at a rate of 1 to 10. So these are about half full. We have 50% water, which will be about 100, no, a lot of steam. I don't know what that conversion is. Just 10 times the amount. And then, of course, that will generate power, and then we will have a steam bank that we can burn on or run on, kind of like an accumulator. We are at Novice. We're going to drop to the planet. We're going to go to Novice. And then we're going to also drop down. Oh, I did make some artillery shells. We did research artillery. Probably should have researched cliff explosives first, just because artillery, it works. It's just not perfect for eliminating the, whatchamacallit, demolishers. So let's head up to the Enterprise. Let's go ahead and drop down those. We don't currently need these on board, so we're going to drop these here. I didn't actually bring the artillery gun. I just noticed that must still be in the chest on Volcanus, but that's fine. So we're going to unload all that. We are going to want to grab, you know what? I'm going to want a steel chest with each of these items in it, just so that I can quickly grab it and throw it in as I need it. Let's go ahead and grab these items. You know what? I can leave that in there because these are filtered, so we're not ever going to take things out of that we don't end up wanting to take out. I could place whatchamacallit. I think I could probably put metallurgic on this belt if I remember correctly. Let's see if I head all the way over here. Yeah, we could, because it's not in use. Okay, so we'll do that just so that way we make sure. Yep, there we go. I was gonna say it's gonna like instantly complete. We don't really have that much metallurgic science, so we don't have a whole lot we can get going off of it. Let's see. Asteroid reprocessing. This is nice because it lets you, if you have more of one of the chunks, which typically you will, you can convert it, albeit at a very slow percentage. My only question about this is a chance-based recipe in terms of the output is 40% metallic, 20% carbonic, 20% oxide, or is it there's a 40% chance for this, a 20% chance for that, or a 20% chance for that? I feel like it's chance because it doesn't, I don't know. We'll see. We could try to get speed module 3s, not right now, but holy crap, that's expensive. Yeah, there's not, this is going to be good because oil is going to become a problem. So we did turn up oil to a very high yield just because I hate having to deal with more oil stuff. And like oil to me is just not something I like having to go tap more oil patches. So I always turn its yield up to max, or richness. We do have several more oil fields we can go tap. Our current oil situation is looking fine for now. Like, this is full. So we should be doing, yeah, we should be good for a while. Because we're good on plastic, so we probably won't need to do that just yet. Other things we are going to need there are going to be the explosives. So let's go grab those. They should be sitting in a chest, hopefully. Yes. Cool. I'm actually going to uncap that because we're going to end up needing quite a bit. This needs grenades, apparently. Okay. Well, I don't think we're stockpiling grenades anywhere, which might be problematic. We are not, and these are direct insertion. Okay. Well, that's going to be a bit of an issue. Can we? No, because it's not far enough. I'll say maybe I can have it throw them further out, but each grenade should be one cliff explosive, right? Because combat... Where is cliff? It's right here. It looks like it only destroys probably one at a time. Okay. So then... Yeah. Okay, so let's go grab some underground. Let's convert this over so that it goes onto a belt and goes into a chest. While we do so, we're going to head up top and we're going to grab a few things. I will say, this game is eerie when there's no ambient sounds or anything, because that's kind of what's going on right now. Because, like, I don't hear any, Oh, you know what? I also... Oh, oopsie. I had this turned way down from yesterday when I was doing some things. So that's why the sound is also really quiet compared to what it normally is. Oopsies. Oh, and we also didn't grab the underground. Another oopsies. See, this is what happens when you're on Christmas break and your brain is busy with all of the holiday festivities. Now we should probably grab a fast hand inserter as well. We should have everything. This is what this is what happens when you don't have anything in your inventory because you're in between planets. What is nice is you are forced to empty your inventory, so we'll probably end up with a lot of poop chests. Okay. So then each of these we're gonna disconnect. So then this guy can go there, this guy. Cat. Anywhere we see a blue inserter. Aw. That's what we have robots for. There we go. We will have all the grenades we want. Okay, we don't need coal, and I don't need the rest of this on me. The robots can get rid of it. Awesome. This guy's filling up on explosives, which is excellent. Ah, yes, we are making plenty of progress. Cool. And then, what else are we going to need? So we need... I know we're going to need some gun turrets to deal with those demolishers. I was going to call them behemoths, but they're not behemoths. Go ahead and grab, I don't know, 2 stacks should be sufficient. We'll produce ammo locally, so I'm not going to worry about that. Oh, but I do want to grab T4. Are they T4? T3 assembling machines. Because having these there is awesome. And I also want to grab more power poles, because having these is awesome. And we're going to need... Oh, these. These are also amazing to have. And then, what else? Like I said, there's some things that I don't want to produce locally, and right now it's these electronic engine units, because trying to produce them is a pain in the rear. And then having more of these. You definitely want to make sure you have a lot of things on your spaceship, because, like, yeah, coming back and forth isn't necessarily expensive. It's basically free, but at the same time, it's just not fun to have to come back very often. But at least we have rockets, pretty good production of stuff here. It's not so much, actually, we have a good production of things here, it's just we have a stockpile of it, because your belts act as a storage chest for items. So you end up having a significant stockpile, as you can see, of things that don't necessarily... Wait, what is that guy? Oh, these only ship in half stacks? That is insane. Well, at least that ships in very good stockpile amounts. But as you can see, we can quickly ship off... What is it, 20 rockets of stuff? Pretty quickly without any issues. And then once we ship all 20 rockets, now we gotta rebuild the fleet. But it's not too bad. Yeah. Unfortunately, we can only ship 50 modules at a time. It definitely is interesting how they decided to balance what items can ship in what stacks, because I feel like a module isn't very big compared to, like, 25 assembling machines or whatnot, or how just, even though the assembling machines are the same size, they have different, quote, weights, which I guess is fair because you do have to add more components to them. But it is interesting how they decided. I wonder if they calculate it based on the added, like, ingredients. So for instance, a assembling machine 2 requires some speed modules to be put into it to make it an assembling machine 3, so then it's like, okay, well, maybe the extra weight from the assembling machine, or the speed module 2s make the assembling machine heavier, thus it can't be in the same stack? Or is it just purely like a balancing thing where it's like, it takes more, so you can't really do a thing? Yeah, we have these left. Yeah, that is crazy how much. Yeah, as you can see, the blue circuits we kind of are lacking on. We could upgrade a lot of this to the next tier of assembling machines, but it will likely take us a minute. Okay, and then the Enterprise, the Enterprise, the Enterprise, and then this guy. The Enterprise, I know that one's not full, but that's fine. Okay, you have stuff that needs to go, you have stuff that needs to go, and we're gonna probably ship at least a few runs of grenades. Okay, you don't have anything. This one has something. And this should be our last one that has materials. And then hopefully we're going to go over, check how many grenades we have, bring them back over to Volcanus, and then start getting some stuff set up there. And then probably next episode we're going to focus on laying the groundwork for probably a main bus. I mean, because we're not going to need something too terribly fast. We are going to have to figure out, though, how to maximize the mining there for the ore patches. Or whatchamacallit. Hopefully this, what stack size do these go on? Rocket capacity is 100. Okay. So then we'll just load up 4 stacks. So we'll have to figure out kind of the layout for the mining drills as well as just setting up components. Oh, we should probably grab more belt though, because I don't know how much we brought with us initially. So let's grab 500 more belt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's grab 1,000 more belt. Stack splitters, stack them underground. Because everything else we should more or less be able to produce there. And if we run out of something, we'll try to produce it there. But like I said, it's easier to just have it already produced like we are here in a chest, grab another stack, throw it on the spaceship, ship it over, kind of like Amazon Prime it, versus actually trying to build it there. I mean, ideally, we will want to have a somewhat self-sufficient area at some point, so that way we don't have to constantly come back and forth between the planets, and that's going to be kind of our goal. Is I think the next planet we go to, we're going to have a similar setup to this. I just happen to know we need a lot of these for the mining drills, like we need a lot of this, and until we get the production set up locally for these, to just build more electric mining, or electric engine units to make more electric mining drills, or the big mining drills, excuse me, we need to have these on board with us. So that's kind of one thing to note is you really want to have the stuff prepped. And it looks like, yep, so our steam is all set up. These guys are at max temp. Something's off. No. That's because they just inserted one too many. I do need to change this so it only inputs 1 into these, because it inputs more than 1, and notice it's just going to burn extra fuel, which it doesn't really need to burn, but whatever. We do have a good bit of fuel that should last us a little while. So we do have that as our kind of backup power source. And then, yeah, we have a lot of speed modules we want to bring with us. We do need to add a couple more things. We have plenty of fuel for return flights. We do need to add more low density and more blue. Enterprise. Enterprise. Deliver. Enterprise. Alright, let's grab 4 sets of low density. Oh. Grab a little bit more sets of low density. So now we're just waiting for these all to be built. I suppose I probably should change them all over to the productivity, because the productivity just means we can end up with like I think it's a 25% cheaper rocket. Because every 2 produces 1 extra, so then we end up with 3 for the price of 2. So then, I don't know. It's not too terrible. Oh. Booey. So we just accidentally plugged those things in. That's the issue, is I don't like that it's like, oh, these are rocket components, but they're also things that I want to put on the rocket. So that it like doesn't go into the inventory, it goes into the other part. If anybody knows of a way to like be able to shift click it, but not into this, but shift click into that, that'd be awesome. Yeah, those are all loaded up. Nope. I want that. This we want. Like that. Yeah. Let's deliver to the Enterprise. 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 Okay, everything's looking pretty good. Definitely, I like our little science thing here. Science thing. Our little, like, NASA rocket area. We are going to need more items, however. In the long run, I do think we are going to have to scale up blue circuits at some point, which just means we have to scale up green circuits, because we're limited by the fact that we only have 2 belts of green circuits. But this whole operation here is quite limited because we can only upgrade the belts so much. So at some point, we are going to have to tear a lot of this up to have more capacity. We could swap over to bot-based transporting for this. Again, at least in the short term, to yield more things, because we can then just have a higher throughput. The only issue, though, is the quantity of robots we'd have to have, because the robots would have to try to transport from this all the way over here, and it would just be a nightmare. But what we could do instead, and this is kind of the route I'm going to end up going, is we're going to go trains, and we're going to do a train based main bus. And I kind of touched on the idea for how that's going to look, and we'll see that once Volcanus is stabilized and self-sufficient more or less in shipping back science packs. That's when we're going to swap over to because then we'll have the artillery rounds, which we'll use to clear a lot of these bases out. I could go clear them out now with the tank and some upgrades, but I like the artillery because then I just have to click, 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 and they go boom. But maybe we'll clear out some bases using the tank anyway, because we'll probably utilize... We need a fairly clear region to start doing it, so we'll probably start in actually this direction, as we might set up the stuff over here, I'm thinking. Because what we can end up doing is, this is already fairly clear. Like, there's some oil here, but that's fine. We could just go past it, and there is some iron here. But again, we can either go past it, or tap it, and then just build around it, sort of thing. Because trains, what's really nice is you can leave open spots and then come back and fill them in later. And then likely our smelting operation is going to happen up here. But once we get those bigger... Actually, no, we have those mining drills here now, so I suppose we could do that. Alright, well, I think that's where we're going to call it today. It did go a little bit longer than expected, but that is perfectly fine with me. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you guys did, you guys know what to do. If you guys learned something, leave a like on today's video. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one, and peace out.